What a mess my floor is behind me. How are we doing, everybody? Happy Wednesday. It's absolutely hammering in your part. It's been raining loads here, but I braved it. I went out for a walk yesterday. I didn't today, although it was sunny earlier, but I just had so much going on. And this show almost didn't happen. The plan was that today I was going to be in virtual reality playing horror games and you were going to laugh at me being absolutely terrified. Because the last Wednesday of each month is a Q&A. But why do we have to stick with that? So that's happening next week now. The reason I'm not doing it today is I am burnt out. I've got something wrong with my right ear, which I'll get to in a moment. And I had some new work come in, which is really, really great. I'm really excited for it. But I also had a really big project to finish off. My band's behind the scenes video just went live this evening. And I'm really proud of it, actually. But it's been hanging over my head for ages. I keep coming back to it, keep struggling with it. Nothing seemed to come together. And then it worked. And so that's out the way. And so I thought, I need to just relax today. And then I thought, you know what? What am I going to do if I relax? I'm probably going to just sit in bed and then eventually pass out at like 3 a.m. And I've actually got to be up early tomorrow because it's going to be a busy, busy day. So I thought, you know who cheers me up? You guys. So I thought I'd come on. So there is no agenda for today. I guess in some ways this could be the Q&A. But I thought instead I've got a drink here. Nice fruit juice with a bit of gin. It's going to be a quiet one today. But you guys always cheer me up. So I thought, you know what? Why don't I just come on? And also, there was no podcast show this week. What I realised has happened with my podcast show was, if you look at the average of like these 3 months, if I didn't do another episode for another 2 weeks, it will have worked out at like one every other week. And so the question is, maybe that is what the show should become. But I am fixing that. I am getting some guests booked up. I've got lots of really exciting guests coming up, but it's just about a matter of getting it done. So, you know what I'm going to do first is I normally do this standing. I'm going to sit down. Let's sit down with you guys. Is still giving me grief, and you're going to see the messy floor. Do you know what it was? I had to do a photo shoot in this corner, so I moved all the mess to that side because you can see I've got the tripod where I was filming from facing this way. But now I've got the camera this way. I should move it all back again. Yeah, I think every other week is good for the podcast show for sure, especially for something of that duration. I mean, ideally it'd be cool to do something weekly, but as I'm starting to get into a flow with work and other projects and the band stuff, it's all about sustainability and what works. And you know, you work it out, and it feels good to be busy though. It feels really good to be doing it. So are my ears still giving me grief? So for those that haven't been following me on Instagram, I went to a show on Friday. It was one of the best nights of my life. It was an electronic dance gig. The artist is Coven. I bang on about them so much just because they are a musical act that firstly I really thoroughly enjoy, but secondly they entered my life at a time that was necessary. I can think throughout my life of pieces of music, albums that came into my life when I was going through adversity or some challenge, and it helped you through it. Like, music just has that magical power. It pads life out. It fills in the gaps of anxiety. But on top of all of that, the duo that are behind it, Max and Katie, they are just amazing human beings. Like, there's very little of them online in terms of interviews, but Katie does a lot of Instagram. But not only when they're doing social media, when live, the personality is on their sleeves. Like, Katie does the DJing and singing, she does the performing, and then Max, who produces it, he gets, you know, social anxiety and that, so he's happy just to be on the side, and he doesn't like traveling, so instead of, like, you know, being here for that and, you know, not for others, they've just decided, you know, Katie, you go and knock yourself out. And it was in London, and it was announced back in like June, but because of the pandemic and that, it just gave something to look forward to. So I went with Mario, who was in my band. I stayed at his, and it finished at like 2 a.m. I met them all afterwards, and I've spoken with them online a lot on Instagram. And for anyone that doesn't know already, I'm someone who likes sending video messages to people. That's how I like to speak with people, because it's more personal. But I always do it with the caveat that I don't expect it back. But there's always that question, isn't there, of like, when you meet up with someone that you've spoken to a lot, just online, what level is that connection? And I was saying it to Mario. I was like, it's going to be interesting by the end of the day. Like, are they just going to be like, oh, hey, how's it going? And then that's it. And, they approached me and said, hey, Myles. And during the show, Katie likes to reach out and, shake hands with people and that, which is, very good in these COVID times. You got to fight off COVID like that. But I was like third row back, and there was that moment where she spotted me, and like the lights were in my face, so I couldn't see it, and she reached out, and I sort of awkwardly grabbed her hand in the wrong way. Just like, it was just a weird handshake, kind of like came in at the wrong angle, and the connection's what matters. But it was very touching. Obviously the handshake was, but the moment, and it was just an incredible evening. Had a really good conversation with Max afterwards. Really good guy. Oh man, it's making me feel old though. Like, Max is like the other side of 30 to me. He's so young and I'm getting so old. So it was great. And then my ears are ringing, but because the music was so loud, especially the bass. And I had these earplugs. But what you have in earplugs, and I can hold these up now because I've just bought some new ones. You get these like little metal pieces, and the metal pieces, it's not just about having the plastic that goes in your ear. You have to have these, these metal pieces that absorb the shock of the sound, and so those are what go in the earplugs. Well, before, when I was at the restaurant, I had it in my back pocket. My earplugs had busted, so it was just the plastic I had, and I put them in. It did barely anything, and Beck says my boss and I do this weird high five fist bump on purpose. Well, I'd love to see it sometime. It's good. It's good. Tinnitus is a reasonable battle scar to endure in exchange for a good night. I mean, honestly, like a bit of shaking. And hi everyone who's just tuned in. Welcome. This is a very chilled episode today. I have no agenda. I'm sitting down, which is very different. Although it's also like just hiding the massive mess behind me. God, look at that. Yeah, and then a couple days later, this ear, my right one. Hey, Callie, good to see you here. This right ear, it feels like, when you're on an airplane or you've hit the altitude and you want to make it pop, but it's not popping, and it's just achy. And then when I do comparisons where I plug this ear and that, this ear is fine, this ear isn't. So the worst thing that happens when you have medical issues is the anxiety of not knowing, because you always think it's the worst case. So straight away, hey Silverman, good to see you here. What am I killing? I'm killing it. It's good to see you here. Yeah, and you think the worst thing, and like straight away I'm like, have I damaged my right ear for life? I don't need this. And so I'm booked in for an ear test tomorrow. In a weird way, what I hope it's an infection. I was in the middle. I was slightly to the right, but that could have made all the difference. And the bass was so loud. It was so loud. I've actually got a clip where Katie said, she came down to us and said, I think the bass is too loud. Do you want to turn it down? And I didn't. But everyone was like, yeah, no, it's fine. And at that point, I didn't think, yeah. And then by the end of the night, I was like, okay, that was really loud. And it's funny because my Apple Watch is going, it's very, very loud. Yeah, exactly. It could be wax buildup, which is a reaction to that kind of stuff. So I'm hoping it's an infection. I assume it is because it is in just one ear. But yeah, I want it to fix, because what has happened is, because they sold out the show, it was a 300 person. But isn't tinnitus to do with ringing, or is it actually to do with discomfort as well? Because I do have a slight bit of ringing, but it's barely noticeable. Like it's not a bother. But yeah, they sold out on Friday, and so they did an extra show, which they've sold out, which is this Friday. And then yesterday they announced they had 20 like production holding tickets, which is it's for ringing. That's what I thought. Okay, so this stuff that I've got an issue with, it's like it's like a dampening of the sound. It feels like a blockage or something, but it could be damage to the ear. But I really hope it's not that. Again, we're just speculating. Let's wait until I see a professional tomorrow. But they got a show on Friday, and they had these production tickets that are held for the team, and they've released them. And do you know what? Let's have a look now. Screen share. Let's have a look. Basically, I panicked and I bought 2 tickets. Here we go. Extra date. They must have sold them out by now. Oh no, they've still got them. So if you're in London and you want a good night, you can get tickets now. They've still got tickets, and they're at the regular general price. They're £17, and then you got to pay. That's including the booking fee. Is it just 4 tickets they've got left? I don't know. Maybe it's just 4 tickets they've got left. But yeah. So I've booked the tickets. I've got no one to go with, but I'm sort of cautious at the moment because really selling it with ear damage. Well, you should wear earplugs when you go to these shows, for sure. Oh no. Oh, that's gross. No, that's cool, Callie. Well, as I said, like they say 16 to 48 hours is regular ringing, but sometimes it can take a couple of weeks. And again, I'm seeing a professional. Yeah, so I need to find someone to go with. But secondly, depending on what the professional opinion is tomorrow, I might decide not to go, and then I might just speak to Coven and say, hey, I've got these 2 tickets, do you want to do a giveaway with them or something like that, because I've paid for them. I'm not going to get a refund, but I'm going to drive into London and then drive out, because then on Saturday morning I have band practice, and what I think I'm going to do for band practice is I'm going to use, because these are my in-ear monitors, I'm going to use this one, and then I'm going to have an earplug in that one and just do it in one ear for the moment until I'm feeling better. But it was such a good night. And I got really good footage. If you haven't seen on my Instagram, I did a video, and I taught myself how to do VHS effects. So I did this cool little promo, and I sent all the artists, because Charlie T was DJing. She is amazing. She seems really nice and cool online, and I thought when we meet, she'll probably just like, oh hey, and that'll be it. But we had a really good conversation, and she's just really down to earth. Same with Active, who was the first support act. So I sent them all the stuff I'd recorded, because the stuff you can do on your phone is ridiculous. I recorded in high definition, so 1080 at 60 FPS. If I go on Friday, I'll probably try the 4K and see what that's like. But I think with fast moving lights and that, you want the 60 FPS. But yeah. My mum has ringing in her ears always. She's constantly listening to videos or music even as she sleeps, so she doesn't want to go crazy. I hope it's something we're able to cure in our lifetime. Hopefully we'll be able to fix it. I'm sure it's within reach. I mean, I go to bed with rain sounds anyway. I've always done that, so it's kind of, that's no difference to me. So yeah, but I'm also doing some work tomorrow. I just got a text about a friend's project. I have to check that afterwards. So yeah, I'm gonna see how it all goes. But I've got some interviews to do tomorrow for work. So hopefully that goes well. So yeah, that is why for this show I just wanted to chill with you guys, because I love you and you're very accepting. And I just knew that it was going to be important for you, to be with you guys, because you're so understanding. Do you want to see the behind the scenes video of my band's music video that I made? It's on our YouTube channel, but I can just play it on here if you want. You're going to say yes. But I've got to pause as if you had autonomy and you had an answer. The thing is, Ecamm have just had an update. and I didn't update it, and I think it would have made a lot of this easier. But let's see, because if I go into preview mode, you can't see it at the moment, right? So what I do is I load this up, and then I do video, choose file. Okay, this is good. This is good. Schemata theory, behind the scenes. I'm so glad this is finally done. And by the way, we've got some really cool stuff coming up for my band. Some stuff I'm super excited about. I mean, I'm really excited about this. But okay, here we are. So, publish.
Oh, so close!
Why are we going back again?
What happened? What happened?
You happened.
So today we are at Band Studios
in Bristol. Hey!
Filming the music video for our song Voices.
So what we've got is we're using sort of an infinite white space. We're largely in nothingness, and within that we're trying to bring in elements that represent people using their voices in different ways.
We're just experimenting with different props, different arrangements of how we present ourselves in the space.
Video particularly is something a bit outside of what we've done previously.
Quite a narrative piece. We've had the chance to have more of an acting role.
The video's been shot by Loki Films.
He's a fantastic videographer. He's always been someone who has so much energy in his videos. He really captures the energy of music and the performance.
Feels like a bit of a fresh start, and it feels like we've been a lot more collaborative in pulling the album together and really putting it together as a family to make it all work and put out something that we really feel strongly about.
We're always thinking about the concept of unity and what that means, and in Voices, I think in the literal sense people think it's about vocalising, but it's not always about that, and so I thought it would be good for the key line, when voices have never been more powerful, to incorporate sign language. So I contacted my friend Dee in Glasgow, who teaches British Sign Language, and over video calls she showed me how to do it, and hopefully I've done it justice today. Yeah, we just want to be inclusive, but in a way that's not patronising, but just to say that we are a band for everyone, and that we want a message that brings people together and promotes connectivity. What do you think? It's all right. Well, you can all check it out on our YouTube page, youtube.com/Schemata Theory. I'll actually get the link for the video, because what would be really good is if you go over and give it a nice little like. Yeah, we're really proud of it, and it was really cool to have some captured footage of the sign language component, because we felt it's really, really important to do that. So here is the link. Thank you. Really appreciate that. Yeah. It's really just to sort of explain the thoughts behind the stuff. Yeah, like, comment, subscribe, guys. You know it. We're really excited with this journey we're going on, and I'm starting to see the glue behind everything that I do in life, whether it's the freelance work, whether it's the quest for global empathy, whether it's this live show, whether it's the band, whether it's the people I engage with, like when I go to shows, Coven show on a Friday, and the people I speak with. The reason that I'm such a fan of Katie and Max in Coven is, and I've said this in my recent Instagram post, and the reason I bang on about it is because it really reverberates through my bones, and it's the fact that they are two people that have songs that are really about self-compassion and togetherness, and unity, and they live and breathe it. So like when I was at the show on Friday, at the start of it, I was saying to Mario, this is so great. It's my first electronic dance music show. It's nice not being at a metal show where you get people, elbowing you in the head and like moshing. Here we can just stand and enjoy the music. And what happens? Track 3, it's pretty much a circle pit. And I was just like, my God. And this guy elbowed me in the head. And I'm like, not in the right. If he'd done it there, I'd be like, oh, maybe that was what it was. And I was like, you got to be kidding me. You got to be kidding me. But there was a bit where we were getting pushed and there were some girls in front of me because I was like the second row. So we were holding them back. And this guy like came into us. Guy pushed him back. And then they looked like they could have got into a fight. And we were like, look, chill. But as Kate was singing, she could see it. And she was saying, are you guys all right? And it was like straight away, it's like, that's the kind of person she is. She always cares about people, always about thinking about others. And, those are my kind of people. And those are the people that I like to promote and lift up. And that very much Bex, maybe the elbow to the ear saved your left one. Yeah, maybe. But it's, I find that I have traits that go all the way back to when I was a kid, and it was like if there's something I really like, I get really enthusiastic about it and I get infatuated by it, and that's with TV shows or movies or music, and that's how I've always been, and that's still carried through into my adult life. The only thing that I think that has changed over the years is I now try my best to channel it in ways that are constructive. If I've got this energy, what can I do about it? And so in the case of on Friday, I got some cool footage. I gave it to them to use. And there's one clip that I absolutely loved. And I sent it to Katie and she shared it on their Instagram Reels. And it was of her after a song. And you can see she's just like taking it in. And then she smiles. And, there's always a thing when people smile. But there's that certain smile you see where it comes out of like... I don't know how to explain it. But sometimes you see people smile and it's like there's a nice smile of being happy, and then there's a smile, like a beaming smile of like pure ecstasy of like this moment means so much to me. And I was so glad I had a phone that was able to capture it, and she says it's like one of her favorite little clips, and it was mine. I've watched it so many times, it's probably quite unhealthy, but it's just one of those things that when you see it, that's what comes down to empathy. When I see people happy, it makes me happy. And those are the moments that we should try and capture and amplify. And it ties into things like togetherness. So yeah, I highly recommend them. If you haven't checked them out already, they have an album called The Butterfly Effect. And it's on Spotify. It has the deluxe edition, which has all these like remixes, which I love as well. And it has a track called Light Up, which is really, really cool. But yeah, my ear is paying the price, and I'm hoping it's not too bad. So yeah. And the dream is that sometime next year I get them on the Quest for Global Empathy. I think Katie and Max would be brilliant for it. They unfortunately weren't able to make it this year, just because with the shows and their touring, they've got so much going on. And so, they're busy. They're busy people. I mean, they're playing Friday and then they're off I don't know, they're like touring the world. I think they're playing Canada like 2 days later. I don't know what's going on. Always travelling and playing in the early hours of the morning. Cheers, buddy. I'm not feeling very positive myself today, but that's why we're sort of doing just a chilled out thing, and I really, really appreciate it. Although I should be quite happy because I'm looking down here and the price of Bitcoin is just going skyrocket. But I'm going to keep hanging on to it because it looks good. Thank you to everyone that went to my band's video and gave it a like. Really appreciate it. So yeah, if anyone's got any questions, let me know. Next week, we've still got plenty of time, by the way. This isn't over. But next week, I'm going to be taking your recommendations for virtual reality horror games. I'm really not looking forward to it. Genuinely not looking forward to it. I am such a scaredy cat. You say material wealth does not make a happy soul, but like you're only as free as your purchasing power. And as someone who is absolutely skint, and the only reason I bought these extra tickets and stuff was because I just secured a new job. So if I could make enough money, it's okay not to be happy. I love it. Yeah, if I could make enough money to like just live a few months comfortably, you know, that'd be really, really great. And there's a lot of things I'd like to do and invest in, so that is for sure. Cool. Does anyone have any questions or stuff? By the way, did anyone last night see my Instagram post about the nighttime thinking box? Did any of you see that? I can't bring it up on screen now, but I can talk about it. But it's one of those ideas that when I did it, I was worried about, was this a good idea? Should I have done it? My friend D, who taught me sign language, has just shared the thing. Oh, that's so nice. You thought it was cool. So for those of you that didn't see it, so basically this early hours this morning, I was lying in bed having existential thoughts, which is normally what happens when you try and go to sleep. I always go to bed around midnight and then end up not being able to sleep till like 3 a.m. And I just thought, instead of just lying here struggling, need to do something positive. And so it reminded me of the early days of YouTube where I used to have these ideas. Yeah, it's like a post secret and hint for Insta. Although when people send it, it's not anonymous to me, but it's anonymous that when I pass it on. So yeah, what I did was I did this story saying, like, you know, we all have these existential thoughts when we're sleeping. Sometimes they could be amusing, like the classic phrase of, you know, we are just ghosts on a, you know, riding a skeleton covered in meat, made of stardust, riding on a rock through space. Fear nothing. I think that's the phrase. You know, that could be quite amusing. But then some of us have quite dark and sad thoughts. Some of us, you know, have just pondering thoughts. And so what I did was I set up a little thought box. And by the way, after this show, if you've ever had thoughts, go over to my Instagram and add to it, because I'm sharing people's suggestions, and there have been lots of interesting ones, sad ones. And I went first, and mine was I often go to bed thinking, wouldn't it be nice to have a partner? And it's a genuine thought, and it's like one of those things of like, oh, Myles. It's like it's not going for the pity. It's like, I'm sure there are lots of people that identify with that. But I just like, you know, living by yourself does fucking suck, and during a pandemic you feel it even more. But it's also I saw one of these like viral tweets ages ago going round, and it was about someone asking, does anyone else struggle working a full-time job, having to do all the housework, all the taxes, all the admin, and then try and keep fit and eat healthy all at once? And then someone responded and went, yeah, it is difficult, and that is because the 42-hour week and the current economic system we live in is a hangover of a previous time when most people were married and, you know, had kids in their 20s. One would, you know, make the money, would get a job, the other would look after the kids and take care of the house. And so now there's a lot of single people that are now having to do 2 people's worth of stuff. So you can't literally do it all. Now, bringing this full circle, that is not what first comes to my mind when I think about, wouldn't it be nice to have a partner? But I do like the idea of companionship and, you know, even like cooking. Like, I cook for myself proper stuff occasionally, but I would love it if I lived with someone and could cook for them and stuff like that. And just, you know, general musings, just having conversation. Like, I can, of course, have conversations with friends and stuff, but it's not the same as having someone there that is just, you know, that sense of belonging and togetherness with. But it'll happen one day. It'll happen one day, eventually. Until now, I've got all you lovely people every Wednesday. My therapy session. Callie says, yes, the first lockdown I spent... yes, the first lockdown I spent alone, and it seemed to last forever. Such a strange time. Yeah. Well, funnily enough, because I've lived by myself for a very long time. I went into the first lockdown, and it was kind of like one of those things where the way I describe it is it's like doing, I don't know, it doesn't matter if it's a marathon or a 100-meter sprint, but it's like you're ready, you know what's coming, right? We're going to do the 100-meter sprint, but you haven't warmed up or you underestimated it. And so you're at the starting line, you go and you pull a muscle, sprain an ankle, something like that. That's what the first lockdown was like for me. I felt like, yeah, I've done this, I can do it. And by week 2, my goodness, I was getting cabin fever really bad. And then I got a job working for this factory, building respiratory equipment for hospitals. And I had a social life, and it kept me busy, and it helped me. And I really feel for people that really struggled, living alone. This year, however, I've gone back to living alone, although I can kind of see people. We still live in even though things have opened up, it's still kind of a pandemic time. And again, this is another reason why things felt so awesome on Friday, because it felt very normal. I was very concerned about getting COVID. There were some people in there that I was like, these are people that look like they do not give a shit. Whereas me, I took a lateral flow test beforehand. I'm always extra cautious. I had to be a taxi service to my parents the next day. So I picked them up with a mask on and stuff like that. Extra careful. Like I just don't take risks. But then look at me with a damaged ear. I'm a massive introvert. Hey, Lenny Bruce. You caught me live indeed. So I'm going to go back to Bex. But good to see you here. Good to see you here. I'm a massive introvert, and I actively like having days where I don't have to speak to anyone. I am the same, because they often say like introvert, extrovert is about where you get your energy from, and I'm someone who likes to just stay in, game, eat pizza, drink wine, sleep a lot. I've not experienced it in a long time, but I do actually kind of want to be alone in a house. Yeah, I understand. I've known people that, they live with their partners, but they have separate bedrooms. Now, it's not to say they always sleep in separate beds, but there's a lot of research that shows actually having your own space is good psychologically. Like, when you want to sleep in the same bed, you can. And then when you need your own space, you can. Like, there's something good about that. Having said that, I have no idea how I'd have reacted to shutdowns alone. Yeah. A massive introvert alone. Have you all done the 16 personalities website? I mean, it's the Myers-Briggs. It's the Myers-Briggs test. But you know what? We should do this one week. We should do it as like homework. This is it. 16personalities.com. You take the test. It's about 10 minutes. And then, like a horoscope, although this is definitely a bit more reliable than a horoscope, it tells you about yourself, your relationship with others, and what your roadmap to success is. It's not about like, here are your weaknesses, these are what you can change. It's just about being aware of stuff. And my goodness, what it says about me blew my mind. Yeah, 16 personalities. How is the band going? The band is going good, thanks. I was just showing the behind the scenes video. If you get a chance, please do check it out. I'm lucky my relationship lockdown made us pull together and we got each other through it, if anything. That's awesome. It might be that we as humans need a balance of alone time and time with others, and suddenly when COVID hit, it felt like very discombobulating. Yeah, because it kind of takes the choice out of it. Either you're stuck alone or you're stuck with someone else. Two extremes. For sure. There's definitely a balance, because it's all about stimuli. Sometimes your brain just needs time to recuperate. And when you're in the presence of someone, you feel a need to always acknowledge them, not just zone out, but sometimes you just want to go off in your own bread. Yeah, it seems to be quite common. Okay, we got an INTP. Okay, you need to do it again. You need to do it again. So I'm a blend of intro and extra. I think I'm extrovert, but only slightly. Thank you. I mean, I'm still I love it. My friend Alina is watching. Bless her. She's been recovering from COVID. Love you, Alina. Hope you're feeling better. She just texts me saying, "I guess I'm a massive introvert." I love it. You could message in the chat like everyone else, or you can text me and come up on my Apple Watch. It's fine. It's fine. Oh yes, there is another one too. Margison McCann, I think, but Myers-Briggs is probably the most popular one. What is my type? I am ENFP. I'm an introverted extrovert. I like that. Yeah, lots of love for Alina. Okay, so what I'll do then, and hi to anyone that's just joined. So far, we've been talking about nighttime thoughts, Coven, my band's behind the scenes, and lots of stuff. Oh, by the way, I did this on my Instagram live last night. My friend got me this. True facts that sound like bullshit. Let's just do one now, and then I'm going to get out my results. Aw, Alina. It's all right. Well, you can just put me on mute. Every time I open this up, I'm like, yeah, it's all right. It's all right. It's not that interesting because I already knew it. But then again, I keep opening the same pages. All right, how about this one? A chicken once survived almost 2 years after having its head cut off. Mike the headless chicken, as he would come to be known, survived when the axe stroke missed his jugular vein and most of his brain stem. He had to be fed through an eyedropper. No, that's just true. That's not true or false. That's just true. Do you know another thing about chickens? You can generally tell the colour of a chicken's eggs by the colour of its ears. Did you know that? And the loudest penis, a sentence I never thought I would start with, in the animal kingdom belongs to the lesser water boatman insect. Measured at 99.2 decibels, the sound was so loud that scientists at first didn't believe their instruments were working properly. In fact, the lesser waterman boatman is the loudest animal on Earth relative to its body size. I mean, the loudest penis. every day's a school day. Yeah. There we go. Puffins set aside an area in their homes as a bathroom. Fair enough. Right, I could keep reading these. This is not what we're talking about. We're not talking about this. You didn't know that. I'm from Detroit. Right. You were hoping I'd put you to sleep. Glad I can have that effect. I mean, I should start doing the ASMR stuff. You know, rustling of papers and whispering a lot and all that sort of stuff. They make a loud bang, yeah. I mean, I kind of want to look it up online, but then I don't really want to look it up online. Right. Oh, that's cool. Right. What were we talking about? What is my... Right, everyone needs to go to 16... Everyone should do it now. Why doesn't everyone do it now? Let's do it together. Everybody go. Or should we do this as an episode? This maybe should be an episode. I reckon that we should do this as an episode. We shouldn't do it now. There's 20 minutes left. So I will go through the questions with everyone. Yeah, let's do it. This is a future episode. Because I'm always trying to think what we should do on Myles Dyer Live. But next week, I'm really not looking forward to it. You know what? Yeah, Myers-Briggs. That's it, Olivia. It's Myers-Briggs. And if you've done it, that's fine. But it'd be cool to like discuss it. 116 personalities. I mean, we could come up with that. Yeah. All right, that's good. But next week, why am I not looking forward to next week? Because next week I am going to be in virtual reality playing horror games, and I feel horrible thinking about it now. And you're going to get to watch and laugh at me. Oh man, it's not good. It's not good. INFP. Okay, very similar, Olivia, because I'm ENFP. Yeah, it's not gonna be good. I mean, you've seen clips of me playing the horror games VR. I'm really not good with it. By the way, these earplugs I bought, it just says on the top of it the number one earplug, and what I love is there's no asterisk or anything. It's just the number one earplug. Like, doesn't say in the world, just says the number one earplug. And the one is in a different font, so they could just say it's the no earplug. And there's one of them. Cheeky. Also comes with a cleaner, which is good. It's what Hugh was saying in my band, that, you know, my ear could be an infection. Because he says, do you clean it? And I was like, it looked clean. Because I clean my ear things after I've used them. But then if there was something I hadn't cleaned and then it's been allowed to get worse over time, that could have been an issue. So yeah. Fingers crossed tomorrow. Fingers crossed tomorrow that I By the way, the INFP, I'm looking at it now. INTP. INTP is the logician. Is it logician? God, I can't even speak. Logician. LOGICIAN. The logician. Intuitive and thinking personality types known for their rationality, impartiality, and intellectual excellence. Whereas I am ENFP, which is a diplomat. Intuitive and feeling personality types known for their empathy, diplomatic skills, and passionate idealism. That's what I love about this. Is it's like it really does know people well. People just laughing at me, unable to pronounce a word. Trust me, my band always mock me for when I mispronounce stuff. I've always not been good with pronunciations. Oh, you did it, Linda. You got INFJ. Nice. INFJ is IN. Oh, it'll be at the top. IN. Oh no, it's the second one. So you're with me. Diplomat. Then you got Sentinels, who are more practically and focused on order, security, and stability. And then you've got the Explorers. So my friend's an entertainer. Observant and prospecting personality types known for their spontaneity, ingenuity, and flexibility. Yeah. Ben, good to see you, buddy. Yeah, unlike horoscopes. Yeah, good to see you, Ben. So, Ben, I'm gonna shout you out now anyway. So, Ben, I know from the good old days of the Zeitgeist movement, which was a big awakening for me, and he was the head of I was going to say head of lectures. I was going to say head of lecturing. He loved to lecture people, but no, he was always incredibly good at giving very detailed accounts about the Zeitgeist movement. And actually, Sarah, who's not in the show this week, but she wants to actually debate me about the Venus Project on a future one, because she says she doesn't buy into it. And if I need to write that down, actually, that's going to be another episode. resource-based economy, talking about it. Might have to get Ben on it. You were just some random loud... Dude, we're all random loudmouths. That is how the world works. We're just random loudmouths, and eventually something happens. It's either for better or for worse, but hopefully for better. See you later, buddy. Thanks for tuning in. Much love. Much love to you, buddy. How am I doing for my daily target? How many more calories I've got? I've got to burn 50 more calories. Let's stand up. Dude, I still can't. I am just making sure this isn't... I can't believe that a standing desk company asked me if I wanted one, like last week. It's like, where were you when I spent months agonising over one? And I actually had to buy one. Although I'm very happy with what I got. By the way, I was asking people what scent to use in my diffuser, and everyone voted for ylang over, what one was it? Ylang over frankincense. I never knew what ylang was before I had this stuff. To be honest, frankincense I didn't know. All I knew was people usually confuse it with the monster, which is obviously confusing it with the creator of it. And also, Jesus got it when he was a kid, when he was a baby, didn't he? That's my understanding of it. Knockout generator. What's it called? Rungs, isn't it? Or tournament bracket. Here we go. Let's do this. Enter teams. Right, let's give this a go. So, we got ylang. Oh my god, is this not going to even do it? Right, I'm going to go through all these. I've got 12. We got 12 cents. And basically, because it's going to last a week, I'm not going to do them as a daily thing on Instagram. How about Bermagot? Bermagot? Does anyone know about that? Does anyone know about Bermagot? I don't know what Bermagot is. Hey, Matt. Oh, no. Bergamot. I'm an idiot. We didn't know what Bermagot was. Bergamot. I know. Thank you, Bex. Bex came in. Heard of it. Right, what we got here? Ylang. Bergamot. Okay. Rosemary. There we go. Right, rosemary. See, rosemary I wasn't really that familiar with. And then we've got, frankincense. That's the thing Jesus got. Lavender. Lavender I've not used just because I hear it's really good when you want to get sleepy. So why would I want it in this room? Oh, sweet orange. Sweet orange is a good one. How about next? Oh, lemon. So lemon beat just... it beat peppermint. How about eucalyptus? Did I couldn't tell you what that smelled like. Have I even opened it yet? I haven't. My God. God, that stinks. Okay. Lemongrass. Peppermint. So peppermint lost out to lemon. tea tree. And then finally, oh, surely this is going to be a popular one. How about cinnamon? Guys, cinnamon, right? Cinnamon has to be a winner, surely. Or do you think it's quite hit or miss? I always thought lemon was going to be hit or miss. Yeah, I guess it could say eucalyptus was a bit minty. Yeah, sorry, we're looking at essential oils that I've got for this diffuser down here. Split names by space, no. Filter duplicate names, no. Create tournament bracket. Let's have a look here. Can I now swap them round? Yes. So Ilang Ilang. Oh my god, it's just, what is it doing? Oh, this is terrible. That was such a waste of time. Right, I'm going to put it in my notes, and then I'm going to make my own one. Because that was just absolutely abysmal. Absolutely abysmal. This is why we can't have nice things, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. Let's go back here. Cool, we got 9 minutes left. 9 minutes left. Hey, Ostinator, like everyone's going, what's going on? Well, you hate me if I say I hate cinnamon. No, I never used to be into it. I do like it now. But like the same with lemon. Do you know what my first thought was when I was like, how much I love lemon? I mean, I put lemon in everything. I use lemon juice when I'm making mashed potatoes. Not a lot, just a little bit, just to give it that little tangy. I think Nando's does it with their mash. But I always think about like when I was a kid going for Chinese, all you can eat, and you're ordering your dishes, I would get lemon chicken. And I loved it, but it was really lemony, and a lot of people didn't like it. But yeah. Oh, what is the new Life is Strange like? I haven't played the second one. I played the first one, annoyingly completed it, and then they announced the remaster. But I loved it. Yeah, I bought. Was it? When did I buy it? I'm pretty sure I did buy it during lockdown. Yeah, because it's when I made this this office during lockdown. Yeah. Yeah, I just get you get the lemon juice bottles. The lemon juice bottles are really good also for descaling your kettle. It's really good, is it? Okay, I'm gonna have to check it out. Well, gamers, next week I am going to be in virtual reality downstairs with my headset on camera. Anything you say is going to go into my ears, probably just my left one because my right ear is so messed. And you can laugh at me. Resident Evil 7, oh my god. Five Nights at Freddy's, oh no. The Walking Dead, Saints and Sinners, yeah, I can do that fine. And then... what could the fourth one... I think 3 games are good. Might do some Rec Room. I mean, to be honest, it might end up being a late night anyway. Depending on what my work schedule is. If I've got Thursday and Friday off, I might just take it off. Bex did the quiz. INFP T for turbulent. I'm T for turbulent as well. Cool. We will do the 16 personalities sometime in November. That'd be really, really cool. And as I said, if anyone has ideas of topics or like there's a cool website you think that would be a good conversation for one of these live shows, we should totally do it. I mean, look, honestly, I was remembering one of the first YouTube videos I ever did was for something called The Impossible Quiz. Do you remember this? Is this actually... do you remember this? I can't remember how old it is. Yeah, this is it. I actually did a YouTube video, but because you couldn't do like screen share at the time, people just watching me do it. Here we go. How many holes does a po... oh, mate, I can't even remember this. Does anyone remember? Oh, my goodness. I think it's got 3 because it's P, the O, and the O, but it might be a... yeah. Oh my god, it was 4. Yeah, exactly. This is like when I started on YouTube in 2006. Right, 4. Someone explain that to me. Can a matchbox? No, but a tin can. Backwards. This question. Answer this question backwards. Okay. Click the answer, and you actually click the answer. Put the mouse on here. Now, don't touch the blue. Do you know how you do it? I remember this. You go off the screen and all the way around. Oh, man. The square root of onion. Shallots, I think. Yep. The answer is really big. See, I would think it's really big. An elephant. Search. There it is. What was this? Is so old though. What was the answer to question 2? Oh man, I remember all these and I just can't remember. Question 2 was the polo one, wasn't it? Or was it the question one? No. How many holes in a polo? So it was 4. Now, why is it 4? Oh, in a polo. OOP and in the A. 4. No, but a tin can. Okay. The answer. Here we go. Charlotte. Okay, and it was an elephant. Search. Okay. Oh, dude, I've just totally forgotten. It was a tin can one, so it was that one, but now it's saying that one, that one. It's that one. Oh, my God. Choose food. As in teeth. It choose it. Oh, cool. And I got a skip. What follows December 2nd? Oh, man. What do we think? Because the question mark. No, what follows, as in like what's behind it. No. N. Nice one. Click the smallest. I know it's the. Oh, I know what one it was now. See, this is the thing with this game. It makes you want to go through it again. The answer. Okay. I know exactly. It was the question mark one. There. Yeah. The dog, Bex. The dog. What sound does a bell make? I'm going to go for the really obnoxious long one. For tang? What can you put in a bucket to make it lighter? A hole. A torch. Nay. No skipping on this one. Okay, I got that. What is the 7th letter of the alphabet? A, B, C, D, E, F. Oh, no, of alphabet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. E. Oh, of the alphabet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. H. Okay. 24. So that will be... $17. I was wondering where 17 was. Nice. Okay. Right. Stop. Hammer time. Colour in the correct order. Blue, orange, green, green, yellow. Awesome. Deal or no deal? I wish you could swap skips for lives. I know, Kieran, we're playing this old school game before I head off. Deal or no deal? Do you know what? The impossible quiz we're going to do. We're going to do the impossible quiz. That's going to be one of the episodes. This is exactly the sort of stuff we should be doing. We're not going to change the world every week. Deal or no deal? You think it's no seal? Nah. All right, let's race through it. We're back here. Hey. Good to see you, buddy. No worries at all. We're just heading off. You think it's seal? How was it seal? Tell us, Bex. How did you know? Watch carefully. Oh, damn it. Okay, it was there. Okay. Almost. I don't know if you saw it, if the frame rate was too slow. This is your choice. It just is. Okay, +1 skip. Save changes to untitled. Okay. Right, guys. We could keep playing this. We gotta bring it to an end. Right, everybody. Look, I need to rest and sleep well. But as I said right at the start, I wasn't going to do this show. I've really not been feeling up to it. But you are amazing, and I know this would cheer me up, and it has. So I want to wish you all a really, really wonderful week. And yeah, follow me on Instagram if you don't already. Ta-da! Everyone's still shouting answers below. Myles Dyer Official. I'm going to be doing live Instagram on there at some point, maybe on Fridays. I haven't decided yet. But yeah, I just wanted to say a huge thank you. It's always a great Wednesday for me. And next week, I'm feeling anxious thinking about it. I'm going to go into horror. And it's not going to be nice. But it is Halloween. And thank you. Thank you. All the best with the year. Thank you. I love that. If I don't see through the window, my goodness. Thank you very much. Yeah, 4:30 tomorrow afternoon is when I'll have my results. So, yeah, fingers crossed. Much love, everybody. Love, respect, empathy, and adios till next time. Peace.